Every day is upside down day in Soundschi land. Hi everybody and welcome to the Soundschi land show where everybody's upside down. And my today's guest is the man who helped me to have the handstand I have today. For the past 7 months, I've been online coached by Ulrik Fossum. And I am really inspired by him, and it's even better to meet him personally now for the first time, because he has a really interesting journey. And like many of us, he's a late starter, so he didn't start as a circus child. And yeah, why don't you tell us about how you started hand balancing?
I started when I was 20, around 20, and when I started, I was running marathons and I did strength training as well. I was trying to kind of find my thing, the thing that I wanted to be good at, because I need a thing to be good at. And I did marathons, but I have an operated hip, so it's not good for me to do marathons. It took 3 or 4 marathons to find that out. And then I did strength training for physique gains.
Like calisthenics?
Before that I did normal bench press and just trying to build muscle and look good and stuff. But that turned me very focused on my body, and I got a complicated relationship with food, and everything that goes hand in hand with that. Not a good place to be for me. So I saw a picture of Yuval. He had both an awesome physique, and then he did a one-arm-handstand and had a really clean line, and I was so attracted to that. I really wanted to do that thing myself. So after running, because I was preparing for a marathon, I caught myself just messing around on the wall, trying to do handstands for hours and hours. And I decided that, wow, this is so cool. I want to do this. This will be my thing.
So you just started on your own then?
I started on my own. It sucked. It was so bad. It was horrible. I've seen a clip of it now. It's oh my god, it was a disaster.
So how did you do it? Did you just go up against the wall?
I first tried to experiment on my own for a few weeks, just messing around on a wall, trying to do freestanding handstand, tried to do handstand push-ups before I could do a handstand, tried to do one-arm handstand before I could do a handstand. And then I started to understand that, okay, I actually need to read something.
Yeah.
So I searched online, gymnastic bodies, GMB, YouTube tutorials, everything, and tried to make sense of it. But I couldn't. So I just did my best with the information I found. And it didn't lead me anywhere much. I could eventually, after a year or something, do a freestanding handstand. It looked horrible and it was not consistent at all. But then I met Mikael, and then he showed me the ropes.
So was he coaching you then, hands-on?
I met him 1 year after I discovered handbalance, or that I decided that I want to become good at it. And he was first time I met him, we were training together through a friend we have in common. I was doing handstands and was very happy every time I could do a hold, and he was now tuck. I was like, what? Do a tuck? What's a tuck?
That's bend your knees. You were with me.
Yeah. And I'm ruining a good set by doing something else than a handstand.
Totally feel you on that.
And then he kind of showed me everything, and he said, yeah, do a split now. And I was like, this? No, do a full split. I am doing a full split, damn it. So, and we did a few practices, and I really enjoyed it. He tried to teach me stuff and teach me the process of everything. And then I begged him to coach me, and he did. Because he didn't do coaching back then.
Oh.
This is 4.5 years ago.
Ah, okay, so he was still in circus actively performing.
No, he was just after circus school, he was performing, yes.
Yeah.
But he didn't have clients. So he said I don't know what to do or how to coach. Yeah, we'll just figure it out together. So just please coach me. I'll do whatever you tell me to do.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And whenever he was in Oslo, we trained together, and he showed me new drills and I get a bit more insight of the circus world and hand balancing, how to think about it, and I saw how he did when he trained, and it was really good.
Cool.
So that's kind of where everything started to get more to evolve further than I would be able to think myself, because it's so much that's not obvious. You can't think yourself through this process.
No, it's absolutely impossible. Yeah. I know that myself. But yeah, I think you now have a comparable line to Yuval.
Comparable
line, like
it's very different. We have
lines.
Different body structure, because I have bigger chest than him, or something like that. So it looks very flat. Different. Yeah. Different.
Do you feel like you have arrived somewhere already, or are you still aiming for something bigger?
Always bigger.
Always bigger.
Always.
And where do you want to go?
As far as I can get with the potential I have. Doesn't matter how far that will be, but I will keep on working to get the best I can be with the potential I have.
Are you also thinking about performing? Because you had your first performance, right?
Yes, but not on a big scale. I don't want to. I don't think I'm good enough to be a professional performer in its own. So if there's like small gigs and stuff, I can do it for fun, but I don't want that to be my main thing, because I don't think I will be good enough.
What about coaching?
I want to do more coaching, and I want to hold more workshops, and probably be able to create something that to reach out to more people.
Let me tell you that he's an exceptional coach, because he's very methodical and very deliberate. Which
stop with you.
No, I think that's exactly what I needed, because I'm very easily distracted, and it's hard for me to focus on what really matters, and it really helped me.
Okay, good.
For you to like bring me down to the floor and just keep training. Yeah. Good. So when you think back to your training 5 years ago and your training now, what has changed in terms of volume and all the physical stuff, but also mentally?
Everything has changed, evolved. It took me like probably 2 years to realize or to accept that I need to stretch. So
when did that start?
It started when Mikael told me that okay, your biggest thing to work on now for one-arm handstand is your split. If you don't work on your split, you won't be able to do a one-arm handstand. That's when I woke up. Before that, my split was so bad that I was like just trying to scratch it out of my head. You know, when something is so horrible that you just don't want to accept it and try to work around it. Yeah. That was me and flexibility.
Yeah, that's me and shoulders.
Yeah. So that's something that have changed. Yeah. I've accepted that I actually need to become really good at flexibility as well to progress where I want to progress. And volume-wise, in the start, you can't handle much volume at all. Yeah. And now you can handle really, really much, and trying to like always push it as well. I've been overworked so many times because it's fun. And especially if you have a really good day, you just keep on doing it because it's so awesome and fun, and then maybe have another good day as well, and then you get fucked up. Yeah. That's happened to me so many times.
So have you had any injuries or
a lot
big setbacks where you really couldn't do anything?
Yeah, I have a bad left shoulder. It's been bad for like 10 years. Oh. Yeah. So my left arm is really horrible compared to the right arm, because it is something that's inside it. It's not muscular, it's the way it's structured. So if I push volume too hard on that, it will break, or it will like create big setbacks. So I can't train for days and sometimes weeks as well. So that's been really much trouble with that during the last 5 years, especially when following emotions and just pushing through when I know I shouldn't, and when doing too much of that strength training as well, when doing like lots of ring stuff as I did in periods earlier in my handbalance journey, pushing too much volume So now I'm smarter. Now I know that I can't do everything at once. I can't become really good at rings or really buff and muscular while also having good progress in hand balance. So I need like pick my most important target, which is hand balance. So now I just know that. So I accept that I can't become good at everything.
That's good. Well, you were searching for the one thing, right? So
yeah, and now I have it. Yeah. I'm very happy with that.
That's great. How does your training look on a day-to-day basis? How much volume do you have?
It's like evolving all the time. If you were asking me 6 months ago, it looked very different than it does now. So it depends a lot about how my work schedule is, how much stress I have in my everyday.
Okay, so you put it second after your clients, obviously.
No. Handstand is more important than my clients. Always. My own training is more important than my work. But I'm a personal trainer, and it has seasons. So there are seasons when it's more work and less work. Now there's less work, so now I can structure my training differently. And now I'm less stressed, and I have more time per session. In the winter time, I splitted my sessions up in 2 to make it more practical in my everyday. Now I just do one gigantic session. So I train, I think I'm training almost every day now, because I'm not that stressed and I get much rest. So now I can push the volume a bit further than I could earlier. So now I do hand balancing like 2 or 3 hours per day. 2 or 3 days a week. I do flexibility like really hard for about 2 hours. And then I do some strength training here and there whenever I find it, when I feel for it. So that's like, now it's 2-3 times per week where I do like 1 to 2 hours of strength stuff as well.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah, now I think it's almost about 25 hours per week.
Wow.
But since it's summertime, I've cut down on the flexibility volume, because everything like, since it's so hot.
Everything is softer.
Yeah.
The tissues are softer. Yeah.
Yes. So during winter time, I need a lot more time to warm up.
Yeah.
So now I'm not training more now than I did then, but the training I do is much more direct work, not that much warm up stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Compare that to 5 years ago. How much volume did you have then?
Almost nothing. I could like train handstands for probably an hour or something, and then I was done.
Would you do it every day?
It's so long ago. Almost.
Because that's still quite a lot.
Yeah. But then strength training was a bigger part of my everyday as well. Actually, I don't remember specifically how much I worked. But I did like do wall work, freestanding, tuck work, and trying to do splits, and yeah. I think it was almost every day.
And as a coach, what do you see? What is like the biggest problem beginners struggle with?
Consistency. They are really eager for maybe a month or something, and then something in life comes up, and for some reason that makes them take a break or something like that.
That is interesting.
So it's the ability to kind of even though you have a hectic life, if you're still able to make training kind of the base, that is something that you have time for, because you have to say to the other stuff that comes up, I can't, I'm going to train now, not the other way around. I can't train now because I'm doing the other thing. To prioritize the training before a lot of other stuff.
It's a huge mind shift.
Yeah, and I think that's needed if you want to grow.
Yeah.
If you don't have that eagerness to become much better, that's fine. But if you really want to become good, that is a decision you need to make.
Yeah, you need to set aside time for your training. Definitely.
Yeah. And patience. I need to accept that this stuff is up and down. It's hard. There's a lot of times where everything just feels crap, and it is crap. But that's okay. Then you need to just like try to relax, try to think about what you're doing wrong. Sometimes you can fix it, sometimes you can't, and then you go and try again the next day.
The robot mindset.
yeah, but I'm a emotional guy. I feel a lot of stuff. I get frustrated as fuck as well.
Yeah.
But I need to make sure that doesn't affect my progress.
Exactly. Yeah, you need to kind of get the mental distance to everything and just keep doing.
Yeah. And try to figure out what's wrong. Is it fixable, or is it because today you're tired or something? And then you need to make a good decision based on that. Even though I'm pissed after the sets where I fail.
Yeah. That was like the best advice you gave me after my mental breakdown because of my long journey to the press.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's really key.
Yeah, that's so true. Mikael told me a lot of times that just by him telling me that, okay, this is a part of the process. It's normal.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, it's normal.
Okay.
Oh, okay, okay, I'll keep on working then.
Exactly, and you just need somebody to tell you that
Yeah.
because you're confused when you're working yourself all the time and you have no feedback or no direct feedback.
Yep.
Like for example with
You're
online
starting to
coaching.
overanalyze.
Yeah. Especially with online coaching, I think it works really well. But still you're training alone on a day-to-day basis. So it's not the same as when you have hands-on training. What is your experience with hands-on clients versus online students?
It's very different. I feel a lot of times that online clients are more dedicated than hands-on clients. Because I think hands-on clients get more lazy with the work.
They have to do by themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they're not getting the same follow-up. So I feel like most of them are not that committed to follow up structured program or don't have that want because they just want to do the work when we're together.
Yeah.
So I think online clients have to be more structured on their own and more committed to make it work. But then again, I think that works better long term when they are committed.
That actually makes sense.
So, but it's limited by not being able to do fixed form hands-on. So it's harder to give. It takes longer time to understand the technique by online clients. But then again, it's a better way to structure it. So for me personally, I think it's been a really good combination to have hands-on from time to time. And online structure it. I'm not doing very well at the sessions where I train with a coach because it's so new. There's so much new information and it's out of my routine.
Yeah.
But then I use the information I get on my own later on. So I think like 2 or 3 trainings with Mikael every now and then he's in town is perfect. And then I get a few months to work on it my own until I need more new feedback to progress.
Yeah, it's like the post-workshop depression you told me about.
Yeah.
It's very normal, you guys, after a workshop to feel that you can do nothing and you lost it.
Yeah, because you get handicapped by all the hands-on.
Yeah, but it will come back eventually. Great. So my last question for you. What advice would you give to somebody who is dreaming of doing a one-arm handstand but is a beginner?
A lot of patience. And if you want to do a one-arm handstand, that is a much bigger commitment than people think. It's much, much, much harder than people think.
Yeah.
Like ridiculously much harder. It will demand hours every day, not just when you have time, but like every day.
Yeah.
So if you have a life that gets in the way of your practice, you won't be able to do it. It needs to be a really big part of your everyday life. That's and a lot of people when they're thinking about working the one-arm handstand, they're doing it way too soon. And there is a lot of steps from 2 arms to 1-arm handstand that are not just lean the weight over and like this. So be really patient and get some help and understanding to know what to work with, because it's not obvious.
How long did it take you to get to the 1-arm?
3.5 years.
Of daily work?
Yes.
Did you take rest days?
Some here and there when I needed it.
So I asked you like 5 more questions there, but
but I think that people really don't understand the big commitment.
Yeah.
Or how much work it actually is, because when people do it, it looks easy. And it will be easy one time, but it's not easy to get to the point where it is easy. That's why so many start and so few continue.
Well, thank you very much. Let's wrap it up.
Sure. Yes.
It was so good having you here. And if you like this video, head over to handstanddiary.com, subscribe to the newsletter, and you'll get a new video every week into your inbox. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time on the Soundschi Show.